Good morning, Mr. Amin and my fellow classmates. Before I begin my speech, let me test your common knowledge. Do you know what is a major effect for the following diseases such as lung cancer, heart disease, asthma, strokes, and even diabetes? Well, the answer is smoking. Imagine you're an ordinary person walking about the streets, and for every person you saw smoking, you earned $1. Well, I know I'd sure be rich by now. If smoking is just as bad as it seems, then why do so many people still choose to smoke? This is because smoking has been around for centuries now, and so it is almost impossible to rid the world of cigarettes. But what is possible is implementing new rules to ensure these smokers pay additional health taxes. So, without further ado, let's find out more about why smokers should pay more for health taxes. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, also known as CDC, smoking can actually lead to deaths for all sorts of reasons, not only the tobacco smoke, but because of the multiple carcinogens found inside tobacco smoke. These carcinogens, such as hydrogen cyanide, lead, arsenic, and even carbon monoxide, are all found in tobacco smoke. If so much of this is taken regularly, this can lead to serious health implications. Smoking cigarettes not only affects the respiratory system, but it also affects the reproductive system, circulatory system, and can even lead to cancers being formed in the body. Despite all this knowledge we have on the consequences of smoking, there are still millions of people in the world who choose to smoke. However, my job here today is not to go on and on and on about why smoking should be stopped, but it is to shed some light as to why we should start enforcing rules towards people who smoke to pay more for health taxes. Now, my first question I'm going to ask you is, do you think it's fair for non-smokers to pay additional to subsidize healthcare costs to those who choose to smoke? Yes, it is important to understand that smokers indeed too have their own human rights, but the rights to choose to smoke does not mean to pass it on to non-smokers to pay more for their healthcare. By charging smokers with a health tax, this will prove very beneficial to society by firstly reducing long-term healthcare costs for society, and secondly leading to a healthier population, which is what the world really needs right now. Instead of ridding the world of cigarettes, a much more fair option could be implementing more of these additional health taxes for smokers to pay, which can be seen as the most simplest option they can do to contribute to them intentionally causing risks to not only themselves, but to others through secondary hand smoke. Now, did you know that smoking illnesses can cost the United States hundreds of billions of dollars each year just for healthcare? So imagine how much more easier life would be if people actually stopped to make a change and realize how important it is to implement more of these health taxes, or also known as sin taxes, towards smokers. Everyone will finally get what they both want equally. Smokers will now be able to have their own rights to choose to smoke, while non-smokers will no longer have to suffer paying for these additional health taxes on behalf of the smokers. Not only that, but a study shown by the Asian Development Bank, ADB, suggests that by increasing the tobacco taxes, this will reduce the current and future number of smokers by 67 million. Along with that, reducing the tobacco debts to 27 million, while still generating an over additional 24 billion USD revenue annually. If you thought that was all, you're wrong. Another report given by the American Lung Association states that due to the increase of these tobacco taxes and the revenue gained, the profit will all go to helping and funding programs that are to support children in need, such as the Children's Health Insurance Program, also known as CHIP. Just by all of this, we can see how much of a positive impact implementing new rules such as increasing the health tax that smokers need to pay would bring about to the world in the upcoming future. So finally, with all the information and proper knowledge we get on a day-to-day basis, it is about time people stop and open their eyes and realize why it's so important for these health taxes to be implemented to smokers. The last question I'm going to ask you is it fair to really keep unhealthy products which are damaging to our human health just roaming about our world without any external charges? The answer is simple. If a person chooses to purchase these unhealthy, damaging products, then it is up to us to put our foot down and start implementing new rules which will help in terms of reducing the overall number of smokers to go down and also using the revenue gained to help those in need. It is up to us to either make a change now or just continue in this downward spiral that the world is going into just by the millions of people who choose to smoke. So what is it to you? Are you going to make a change or not? Thank you.